Hey guys, Jay! Welcome back to the channel. Guys, Master Universe news just keeps coming on. I mean, we're just celebrating the fact that Master Universe Revolution is in the top 10 for Netflix shows in 2024, in the USA at least. That's absolutely crazy. And guys, please continue to watch it over and over again. We really want a third season. That would be absolutely bonkers. My last review of the Master Universe Revolution will be dropped very, very soon on my other channel, MJR Reviews. It's going to be a blast. What a freaking jet coaster it was. Literally, every episode was bang, 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 bang. But it was an incredible ride, and I'm so happy that I got to enjoy it. The Master Universe news just continues to hit over and over again. And today, our good friend, Mr. Home Arcade, just dropped some news, which absolutely blew my mind. Let's take a deep dive into this and see exactly what was dropped by Mr. Home Arcade on his YouTube channel. Because this one, guys, this one's got me so excited for Eternia to be delivered sometime this year. Let's have a look. I want to give a huge shout out to my good friend, Mr. Home Arcade, who dropped this video earlier today. And honestly, when I saw it, I was absolutely blown away. At the same time, though, I did have some questions. And I asked Mr. Home Arcade about, his anonymous source. And he was pretty forthcoming about the whole thing. But at the same time, I did wonder about this. So I just wanted to take a little bit of a deep dive into this and see exactly the kind of things which I was expecting from a package which weren't actually there. There are a couple things which I wanted to cover in right now. I definitely encourage you to head over to Mr. Home Arcade's video. Check this out because honestly, it's a well done video. He goes through the entire process on what he went through to get these pictures. And honestly, a tip of the hat to him, guys, definitely give Mr. Home Arcade a like and a follow. Tell him that Jay sent you. So, Mr. Home Arcade did receive this, which is absolutely crazy and does hint to the powers of Grayskull possibly being unveiled in 2024, which would be absolutely stunning. Guys, Moaty the Moat Monster has appeared, and this, of course, comes to us courtesy of Mr. Home Arcade. This is absolutely crazy and really gives us a glimpse into what's possible for 2024 and possibly 2025 and beyond. Now, this came to him from a fan who wished to remain anonymous, and that's actually really, really smart. These apparently came to him somehow to his possession. I can't really say how they came into his possession, but honestly, that's a really cool thing to get and receive in any regard. I mean, this looks like a retail packaging from Mattel. Zooming in closer, we can see some more details. I mean, look, Moaty is actually in a bubble-wrapped cellophane complete box. That's crazy. The fraying that you see here is actually from the Photoshop work. I think he just used a magic wand to try and get this done really quickly, which is fine. What we can see here is really interesting. Obviously, we see the wonderful artwork in the front. We see the Powers of Grayskull logo and, of course, Master Universe branding. Moving on to the other side of the box, we see Moaty coming up and saying hi to his little dragon friends. Now, if you guys don't know where these come from, some of you might actually recognize them as having been included with Battlefield Warrior, He-Man, and Battlecat. These two little dragons actually came alongside with He-Man and Battlecat as added extras, and they really do look damn cute. And of course, Moaty is not just saying hi, he's gonna try and devour these two little guys. That's something I don't think Mr. Home Arcade actually mentioned in his video, but yeah, these guys, them's lunch. But this also leads me to something else that usually is something I would expect from this type of packaging. There's no bio. There is no bio pick. There's no cross-sell. Now, not having a cross-sell isn't new. After all, Comic Book Many Faces also didn't come with a bio or a cross-sell. So this could be something of a exclusive packaging, which is part of the Master Universe Eternia Playset, which Moaty is being included with as the stretch goal tier. But it really is interesting seeing no sort of biographic information about Moaty, but then again, he's a freaking Moat Monster. It's not like he's the ruler of a kingdom. So it's interesting to see a completely, if you will, barren box on the background with no information. Very, very interesting indeed. The bottom of the box is very telling though. We can see down here that it has all of the safety information and legal information that's required to be put on all of the packaging for Masters of the Universe. It has all those other environmental logos which are required by law, and of course conforms to the safety requirements of the ASTM F963, which means nothing to me. What's really telling in this section though is the year. This apparently was made in 2003. That sort of is in line with the development process of this box. After all, the project was done in early 2023 and we're just now getting into 2024. So seeing this copyright here on the box itself as a, again, production sample indicates to me that this is definitely some sort of early prototype, and it might actually be updated to 2024 when it's finally released. The Mattel slogan with their little badge down there. We can tell this box has been through several different rounds, as there are scratches on the box itself, and it's really interesting to see this in person, as in my opinion, if this is a real product, it's a very early prototype, which is probably done for fitting more than anything else. I imagine the box itself is actually quite thin. The material is probably not the same material it'll be using inside the final packaging. But it's really interesting seeing this glimpse into a product which is just about to be released, and we get to see an early indication of that. The side of the box sees Moaty wandering the landscape, but you can still see the Castle Grayskull Tower in the background there, along with one of the moons of Eternia. Moaty, of course, sticking closer to the water. The very top of the box showcases Moaty in his environment, swimming inside the moat of the Eternia Playset. Man, that water is looking kind of scummy to me, but that's the kind of thing he loves. And on the other side, we can still see him there, very crocodilian-like, with those huge, gigantic eyes, ready to strike at his next victim. And of course, the other moon of Eternia hanging in the background. Moving back to the front, we can see a few little tells that this is probably an early prototype. We can see a lot of empty space here at the top of the box. That's not usually normal. Whenever you have a fully designed box, they use every square inch of space. They don't just leave open areas for no reason. I fully imagine this box is still going through certain revisions, as Moaty just is kind of sitting there, and we know that he doesn't have any additional accessories. Or does he? That would be very interesting to find out if there's anything up here which he is included with to make it even more special. I'm very interested now to see if there's anything up here at all. But Moaty himself, again, he's just a figure, and he's much smaller than I would have expected for a box this size. That's kind of interesting in and of itself, but I wonder if they really wanted to get that entire artwork to get this appreciation from fans. But as you know, when you're trying to put this into a box which is set to be shipped, space is at a premium. And that's why having this gigantic open area, this negative space, just makes a very interesting discussion, because I'm not really sure that this is going to be the final box, as this just doesn't make any sense. Maybe this is where the bio is going to go. That would be interesting if the actual bio goes on this section and you get the back complete with artwork that's displayed right there. That would be really, really cool. But I'm still curious if there's anything going to be included in this top section. Maybe a bonus of some sort. That would be really neat. And maybe he actually comes with his two little friends here. That would be cool. I really do believe that would be neat. And maybe there's a version where he eats these two little guys. Wouldn't that be something? Zooming a little closer, we can actually see Eternia in the background here. Wonderful artwork depicting the playset itself, and of course the branding for the Powers of Grayskull, leading to the idea and the speculation that the Powers of Grayskull could be the next major announcement from Mattel in 2024. That is an incredible idea. I would love to see Hero, Eldor, and of course all the other proposed figures from the Master of Grayskull coming full circle and being realized for all the fans to be able to purchase. This is amazing, everybody, and a lot of great things on the horizon if it's actually true. I want to give a huge shout out to my good friend Mr. Home Arcade, who did post this early this morning. Definitely check out his video. He goes into much more in-depth discussions about the Powers of Grayskull and possible toys to be released in 2024 or announced in 2024. Definitely give him a like and a follow. Tell him that Jay sent you. Guys, Moaty the Moat Monster has appeared in his packaging. And if you want to read a little bit more in depth of this packaging design, definitely head over to toyhabits.com. They have a full article on this entire release, courtesy of Mr. Home Arcade. Definitely give our friends over at Toy Habits a like and a follow. Tell them that Jay sent you. Guys, this is an amazing look at a pre-production prototype for the Master Universe Powers of Grayskull Moat Monster packaging art. It still remains to be seen if this is actually a prototype that will eventually be included with the Eternia playset, but I would like to think that it is, and that we're seeing something of a very, very early prototype, and really whetting our appetite for what's to come when Eternia finally reaches our doors. Beware the Moat Monster, everybody. He's gonna come and get you. Wow, guys, that's absolutely nuts. The packaging design, at least a prototype in my opinion, of Moaty the Moat Monster has dropped. And I want to give a huge shout out to my good friend, Mr. Home Arcade, who was literally sent this to his inbox by a anonymous fan. That's freaking awesome. The community is so great, sharing all of their wonderful behind-the-scenes items. It's just absolutely crazy. I hope nobody gets in trouble for that, because honestly, that one's really top secret kind of stuff. And this one seems to me like a very, very early prototype, as I said in the video. There are a couple of telltale signs. I mean, there's no bio, there's no information on Moaty other than the title itself and the actual logo, and a lot of empty space. And I'm curious to find out what else is inside that empty space. For all you know, those two little dragons could also be included. I mean, they were already produced and made for the Battlegrounds Battlecat and Battlegrounds He-Man, so throwing them in as a bonus would just be awesome. And I really want to find out if they can be devoured by Moaty. That would be absolutely crazy. Guys, let me know in the comment section below. What are your thoughts about this new package design for Moaty the Moat Monster, which will be included in the Eternia Playset if you purchased it in time for the crowdsourced project from Mattel Creations? Are you really interested at this brand new box set, which I think scalpers going to be smacking their lips, because this is one of those things that can actually be flipped for bigger profits? Or is this something that you're very surprised in? As Mr. Harmarcade said himself, I was expecting a plastic bag, you know, like the sorceress which came with the Castle Grayskull. That's what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting anything like a box. And for me, this is absolutely huge news. And will this actually become something of a huge collector's item, in your opinion? Let me know those comments in the comment section below, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please do leave me a like. It really does help me out. And if you're in the position to help out the channel, please consider checking out my Patreon page. It's Mega J Retro on Patreon. Guys, the patrons and channel members of this channel help me make wonderful episodes every single week, and I couldn't do without them. They are the best. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. It really means the world to me. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Master of the Universe continues to surprise everybody, and Moaty is getting a box all of his own. Good journey, everybody. Geek proud.